All right, what's up, people? You know why I keep this video at the top of my watch later list? It's just because Galen Merrick, aka Star Killer, is just the coolest motherfucker ever. If you've never played The Force Unleashed, then whatever. Don't look at all the weird shit I have in there. Some people are gonna be. All right, so what we're gonna do is, of course, you know what we're doing. Okay, we're doing a Tom watch along. All right, we're gonna get to Tom. It's gonna be cold. It's always cold. Yeah, I'm checking up on the reviews of King of Kings. If you haven't seen that movie, well, I know y'all really probably aren't Christian, but it doesn't matter. You might not like Batman. You might like Superman, like I do. I like Superman, but you know what? I see a good Batman movie. I'm like, damn, that motherfucker was killing people. Um, Let's Talk Religion does a bookshelf tour, and it takes over an hour. I'm like, holy shit, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I haven't even watched that yet. So you can tell when I watch something, like, all right, I don't want to go too far up because that's where all the porn is. But you can see if I've watched something, it'll show a red line on the bottom. So there's no red line. I haven't seen this. But here's my pre-thoughts. My pre-thoughts on this, he says Leviathan and the new Aeon. And I think I'm going to have a massive problem with this fucking video. So, like who said let's get into it? You know what I'm saying? Let's just get into it. I'm going to have to adjust volumes and shit.
Sinisterism is about finding the primal aspects of the left-hand
right.
path, primal in history,
you need to get rid of some
primal
of these
in the
clown-ass
psyche,
fucking
thus
shots,
obtaining
dude.
truth. Thomas Leroy.
Sometimes AI can be gay as fuck. I mean, no offense. And none taken, right? You ain't gay. I know you're not gay, but some people watching might be, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. You catch this volume just right. And Tom, I hope peace and blessings to you and Lisa, and I hope everything's going okay with her recovery and everything else. I'm just gonna say that off the top before I rip a fucking like third asshole in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to your dose of sinister heathenry. But for those new to the channel, I'm Thomas Leroy, founder of the International Left-Hand Path organization, the Sect of the Horn God. The sect is an educational foundation created to not only make those with a black flame aware of its glow, but to also restore the shadow aspects to the ancient gods.
You should pay me
by
to cut.
going
Pay me
deep
like
into
$1
the
to cut you a
past, not
goddamn
only
decent
historically,
promo on this shit.
but also
you know what I'm saying?
psychologically. For the primal depths of the psyche are limitless.
Still, actually,
So,
I
if this
technically own the
sounds
copyright
interesting,
to
make
that
sure to
now.
like,
You need to
share,
contact
and
me, and I'll sell it back to you.
And if you want to learn
Kidding.
more, join the organization.
If you made that with
Sect
AI,
of
that's the
Horn
most
God
awesome
at the
thing I've
link
seen for a
down
while. I bought this
below.
new piece of art yesterday,
Thank
man.
you.
My wife was like, "Why you spend that much money on that?" I'm like, "Well, shit, it looks cool. It is weird."
Now, I've done a few videos on the Leviathan hypothesis. And what this idea entails is that there's a change coming, a great ionic shift, if you will.
I don't know. Do we want to? Do I want to stop it here? Or do I want to let him go a little bit further to get to his point? Because I haven't, like I say, I'm coming in cold. I haven't heard this before. Well, shit, if his pre-roll wasn't damn near 3 fucking minutes long, this shit would have been a nice short video. Okay, Lord Jesus. Yes, we all feel it coming, but I don't think it's what exactly everybody thinks it is. I think a lot of people are going to get proven wrong about what it is. Either you're optimistic, pessimistic, whatever the fuck. But I want to hear how you identify this thing that you see coming with Leviathan. I mean, I just want to hear it.
I think that shift has occurred without a doubt. It isn't coming, it is here, it has risen.
From what?
And within the shift, within what's called the switching from one platonic month to the next,
Didn't some other guy do this? What's the age of Aquarius? And then didn't another motherfucker do this when we went to the Mayan calendar and it was 2012? One of the things that I find really interesting about that phrase from Jesus, or the saying of Jesus, where he says that the end will come like a thief in the night. And everybody assumed that he was talking about the end of reality. What he was talking about is the end of your own life. Once you read it that way, you'll never unread it.
Each Platonic month corresponding with an astrological sign has its, let's say, mythological
Counterpart?
symbol.
Counterpart.
For Pisces,
That's why you should write
it was
shit
the
down.
Christ.
I don't write shit
2,000
down
years
ever.
of the Christ, the ascension of the Christ and the descension of the Christ.
His
The
age of
two
Pisces.
fish. The Christ, the Antichrist.
No, not really.
Now with the
That's not what it means.
age of Aquarius,
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, okay.
which
Aquarius.
isn't some
I called it.
happy-go-lucky hippie age, we have a new symbol, a new entity.
No, actually, if you look at the way Aquarius is portrayed artistically, he's very reminiscent of one of your favorite guys, Dionysus.
A being that has come up from the abyss. I think we can feel it. I think we can all feel it. I think we know it has taken place. It's not.
When? I would
only
actually,
has
no,
taken.
this is an honest question for Megas Leroy. When do you think this happened? Because I know what you're talking about, I think. And I think that I would really love to hear you make a video on Aleister Crowley's Alien, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that, there's a lot of things that happened in a certain time frame. And you talk about the Babylon working, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of things where it's like, are we cracking something open from the inside? Or is something breaking in from the outside? Is it already here? It's been here, but it's hiding because it doesn't want to be known, et cetera, et cetera? Or has it always been here? Like if you're going to go the ancient astronauts theory, whatever. I mean, just put your shit on the table. Let's hear it.
In place in the macro level, as in Trump or Elon, or if you're on the
Man, shut up.
on the right, it's
Shut up.
it's,
Oh, yeah,
it's
man.
the
Because, oh Lord Jesus, fuck you, nigga. See, I told you this was gonna get dirty. If you do not shit on Trump or Elon, man, because that's his fucking. It's not his vice president. He's the fucking mastermind. He's the dude behind the curtain, nigga. He's the Wizard of Oz, dude. The great and powerful motherfucker. Trump is just a fucking puppet. I'm kidding. Everybody know who's run shit. Did you see that goddamn UFC? Man, every time he goes in there amongst like red-blooded Americans that can actually handle their shit on the street, Trump gets nothing but fucking claps and love and hugs and everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go ahead, man. Keep Trump and Elon out of this, man. This is supposed to be about your little grand theory. Now, see, now I'm not biased, but now I'm fucking like on the edge where it's like, man, every little thing you say wrong, I'm a fucking Joan. So let's go. Let's get to Jonan.
spooky LGBTQDI, so on and so forth.
How does that?
All of that shit, all of that seems so pivotal to you,
Oh, you're saying it's part of the process.
That's so-
Okay, I got you on that.
heart-wrenching. I know one guy
I take
who
back
committed
only, like,
suicide because of
26%
Trump's
of what I just
America.
said.
All of that isn't cause, it's symptoms. They are all symptoms of something greater. As
Educate
I've
us.
mentioned,
Let me hear it.
on the micro, even me personally, on the micro,
Oh, you're a micro.
I have
Wait.
multiple
Wait,
systems.
wait. I'm trying to understand this guy. Because you might, you would say that the individual megas is not a micro, he's a macro. Because, like I said in that one when I was slamming motherfuckers on the Trinity, I'm composed of 3.5 trillion cells. So that makes me a macro. My existence, my consciousness makes me a macro. Then you get into the fucking real shit.
I'll put it that way.
That's just
Two
my
of them.
opinion.
One of them has had a
Sue me.
massive stroke.
Had
She's
one last
brain
night.
dead.
Kidding.
She is basically dead, but her body doesn't know it. And then I have a second sister who contracted some rare liver disease. She has to get a transplant, and one of my daughters might donate a portion of her liver to save her.
Oh, wow, you actually have
This-
kids.
this-
I always thought you didn't have kids, but you don't talk about your real personal life. So peace and blessings again into your sisters. Peace and blessings and love and respect. Get back to the part where I can fucking start calling you, you know, like knuckleheads and shit, man. God damn it, dude. You making me cry. Don't make me cry. I get real emotional at times and shit.
This is just within the last couple of months this shit has happened. Besides, of course, as I mentioned in an early video, my wife falling.
They died of COVID.
But
I'm
that was
kidding.
the least
They didn't die. Well, I don't
of
know.
what's going on. With how horrible that was.
I don't even know who that
It was
fucker
tough.
is.
It was tough on her. It was tough on both of us.
I thought it was my wife's cousin. She said, "No, that's not her
Something's
channel."
going
I'm like, "Well,
on.
who the fuck is it then?"
And we have a choice. All right, there's a term called ride the tiger. It's a Hindu term. You can either ride,
Well, Tiger's pretty much
as
indigenous
in
to fucking India.
you're on
so
top
yeah.
of what's happening,
Then
or
die,
you can
know?
be devoured by the chaos. And in our
Why is chaos
case,
devouring
what
anything?
we need to do,
Chaos is like chaos is just a frame of reference. It doesn't devour anything. But go ahead.
of the left-hand path, of the sinister path, of the occultic.
If you're actually, because it seems like you're riffing. All my videos are riff. Riff means like I'm just coming up there. There's no script. There's no, like if I make like a top 10 videos or something like that, or top 10 channels, whatever, that's going to be scripted because I need to, you know, have my P's and my Q's in order. You know what I mean? And P does come before Q in case anybody's questioning that. But the thing is it like Tom, normally, I think Tom, most of his videos are scripted. No offense, Tom. I mean, that's production level. I mean, you got it way above me, man. I just riff. I just go. It's just like it's open mic night at the Apollo. You know what I'm saying? And if that cane comes out from my bitch ass neck, then it just does. Do I stick my foot in my mouth every now and then? Yeah, more than you might like. But, you know, more than I might like. I know you don't give a shit. But the point being, yeah, it seems like you're not really reading off a script. And I appreciate that because you know what that tells me? That tells me the real man. The man behind the curtain, to, you know, reuse a fucking metaphor that I already fucking used, which is a sign of fucking dominance. I'm kidding.
Ways. What we need to do in this age, in this new ion, is ride the
Both are right.
Leviathan.
I'm not going to Venus Santanis your bitch ass. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Here's Leviathan for idiots.
The age of Pisces ended not with a whimper, but a drowning. But not a drowning of cities or civilizations, but of illusions. The veil's torn, the altars cracked.
You know what I really hope? I really hope this brother gets into how this constant use of screens. I hope he gets into that. The constant like reliance on screens and how the screens went from big to small and not so powerful to extremely powerful to mind controlling your bitch ass. I want to hear him talk about that. So I'm interrupting a video I haven't already seen just so I can get my shit out there so that if he says it, I'll be like, I called it. If he doesn't say it, I'll be like, well, why didn't you mention that shit?
And beneath the wreckage emerges Leviathan. With this rise, there are no trumpets or
Get a better one.
messianic light, nor with the false fires of righteous
You know,
anger.
you can re-enter prompts.
The
dude.
current shifted and it rose.
You say no, but better. That's a
It
good
did
one.
not
That's
ascend
actually
to
a good one.
heaven. No, it emerged, seeping upward through the soul's foundation, the substrata of being.
Oh wait, I
It
get
was
it. I get
always
it.
there.
I got the switch. The switch was when you went from actually being live to the point where it can't. I didn't even catch it at first because I thought it was still the same dude. No, you're not. This is actually something you've already recorded. And this is scripted. I can tell the difference in the cadence. I can tell the difference in the way that you inflect words. This is different. And then, of course, you're just doing AI images. Like I said, the one that's paused on now is really awesome. But a lot of yours suck and they need fucking improvement. I know this guy, and he works for burritos. You maybe one or two a day. And trust me, them shits is 99 cents each. So, oh wait, have the tariffs hit yet? All right, $2.99 each, but still, you're talking $6 for a fucking day. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. You know what I mean? Plus, he needs a cot, but you can put the bitch outside. We ain't a bitch, he's a dude. But oh wait, did I kill that motherfucker already? Maybe I did. I have no idea. I'm here all week.
We simply forgot how to see it. Welcome then to the age of Aquarius, the Gnostic masquerade of silicon saints and water-bearing oracles.
Silicon
An
Saints is
age
getting there.
proclaimed to be
He's
of
getting there. I like it.
illumination and unity.
I like it.
But in truth, beneath
Stop with
its
that one. Get rid of that
utopian
one.
veneer, something old uncoils.
Hire a
Something
production
prehuman,
assistant.
but of you at your deepest.
What?
The gods of the age of Pisces wore robes and halos,
I thought there
while
was only one
the
god.
primordial gods wear mirrors.
Well, what the fuck do I know? I'm bad at math.
Leviathan is not a
I lose
beast,
track of
but
how
a
many beers in I'm
mythical
every day.
infrastructure, a
Are you 2
subterranean
beers in or 3
cathedral of
beers
the
in?
self that stretches beneath the skin of the world.
Yeah, I'm talking over
And
doodles
during
and saying
the
shit.
2,000
Oh, Jesus
years of the age
Christ.
of Pisces and of the Christ current, the shepherds of the flock
Well, make up
locked
your
it
mind,
away
dude.
in chains of dogma and shame, branding it evil, serpentine, dark. They thought the abyss not as a womb, but as a place of pure chaos, where Leviathan
the
waited,
unknown.
not
The abyss
dead,
always
but
represented the
dreaming.
unknown. That what you can't see.
And now in this Aquarian age,
Whatever.
this Aquarian unfolding, as the digital and the divine
There you go.
intertwine,
There you got it.
it surfaces,
There you go.
not in churches, but in the soft seizures of dreams, in the tremors before
The
awakening.
way it fucks with your mind.
You can feel
100%.
it, don't you?
100% I agree.
The pressure
If
in
you're
your
saying what I
blood,
think you're
the
saying.
pressure under your thoughts.
100%.
Leviathan is not coming. Leviathan has risen.
And let me see. I think you
The
chose,
hippies
I
told
think
us
you
that the
chose the wrong
Aquarian age
character.
would be one of
Whatever.
light. They lied. It is the age of reckoning,
I like
not
Superman,
in
you
the
like
apocalyptic
Shazam.
sense,
They're
but in
basically
the
the same guy,
Gnostic
but
one,
whatever.
the time of seeing what was always true behind
And I'm
the
not saying you
curtain.
like Shazam because nobody does, but whatever.
Aquarius bears water, yes, but not for cleansing the world, but instead those things we buried in the name of progress, ecstasy, blood, instinct,
Oh,
madness,
okay,
and
I see where you're
soul.
going.
The flood comes not
Don't
to
get Malthusian,
drown, but
man.
to
Don't
show
do
us
that.
what we are when unshackled. In Leviathan, the psychopomp into the paradoxical rebirth of the primal,
Man is
the
born free
shadow
and yet
saint
everywhere
of
in
the
chains.
Aquarian rite. It demands
I forget who
not
said that. Somebody
worship,
important.
not sacrifice, but acknowledgement. It asks us
And if I
to
fucked it up,
descend.
it was me that said it. So then, yeah, it's an
In the
awesome
age
quote
of
from me.
Aquarius, spirits no longer ascend, they dive down into the body, into the old magics,
Have you-
in that
Oh wait! Don't you know? You should check out this guy's channel. His name is Kreckenford, and he deals with it's basically Indo-European mythos, and he says that the myth of the ancient diver is the most primordial. You should look into his channel. You would like him, Tom, because he's very much into, like, he'll trace like the Nordic myths and everything else. He's talking about Indo-European, especially when it comes more toward the European. This guy is awesome. And yeah, the myth of the, the sacred diver or whatever that recovers a piece and then he brings it. Yeah,
And
okay.
Leviathan
The
teaches
creation of
us
man, et cetera,
what
et
the
cetera.
age of Pisces fear.
Look into him.
We are not meant to be saved, because who are we to be saved from? ourselves.
The goofiest sigil of all time.
This is the true horror and beauty of the age, not with angels from heaven,
If we
but
go back,
gods
I'm
from
not.
the
I'm not
earth.
going to go back. But if you look at it, you're like, wait a minute, is that an infinity sign, but with a Orthodox cross sticking up from it, where the shingle on the cross is not bent? Because if you ever see an Orthodox cross, it's like the regular cross, except it has the shingle where his feet were, but it has it turned at a 45-degree angle. So that's how you can always recognize an Orthodox cross. And you'll know immediately, like you'll see it and you'll be like, okay, that guy's Orthodox. Anywho, go ahead.
Not purity,
I'm
but
listening.
wholeness. The new church is the flesh with
not a
the
church.
rituals of lust. The new sacraments are
I know you know this, so I'm just going to say it for all the other fucking idiots that don't know this. The word for church is ecclesia. The word ecclesia means not church. That's how it's commonly rendered. But what it means is gathering. So it's when you have, and you know what the other for that is? If you want to do this Pisces, yin yang, you didn't equate it to yin yang. You said God and Satan, which I think is bullshit. But would be Sabbath. Yeah, Chumbley's still in my head, man. He won't get out. He won't let. I'm like, go, bro. He's like, no.
dreams, blood, song. Leviathan blesses the monster in you. You are not fallen, but a seeker of the truth, finding revelation in the abyss. The great unveiling, that's what revelation means, the rendering of veils, and now it tears. In the silence between breaths, in the dreams you can...
I just got to go back to this. You can totally tell the difference between when this dude riffing and when he reading a script. He's reading a script in this one. But the difference between me and this brother, and it's almost like completely, we're like almost the opposite in this. I'm best when I'm riffing. If I'm reading, like when I've been trying to read some, verses from this or verses from that, you can tell. You can tell. It doesn't sound natural. It sounds a little bit off. But that's because I'm reading. And I take off the riff. Like I'm talking, I talk off the cuff. I know my knowledge, so I just get to it. I'm like, okay, I don't need to have 13 books open to fucking know something. If you start, citing obscure like fucking verses from fucking I don't know, the Bhagavad Gita, I might get confused for a second. You're like, the Upanishad said, yeah, I might have to think about it for a second because I haven't been into Hinduism for a bit, as far as study. So it's just like, well, yeah, I might have to think about that. Why don't you help a brother out? You know what I'm saying? But I'm on the riff, and like this, it's I call it the back of the bus. It's like when you're in command of like an in-person situation where there's no fluff, nobody's got a computer open, nobody's fucking like checking their emails or checking their fucking Googles. We're just going off what we have right here at the moment. I succeed at that. But if you're a real prepared ass motherfucker, like you got your fucking suspenders on, you know what I'm saying? If you one of them type dudes with them glasses and that pocket protector, well then, hey man, you might beat me every now and then in a debate. I'm not saying we're debating right now. I'm clowning you. But the point being is you can tell the difference, man. When you scripted, you just a different dude, and you come off cool as fuck, man. But I'm just like, then I have to wonder. Okay, go ahead before I start wondering.
I tell from memories and the screams you swallow at the altar of normalcy.
The fuck does that
Peace
even
rises
mean?
not to devour, but to reveal. It shows you the sacred and the obscene, the divine and the disfigured, the soul and the slime. It says you were never meant to be clean, you were meant to be complete. And so the age of Aquarius is not a new age of light, but of depth, of myth, of ancestral memory.
That's a sigil of Algol, if I'm not mistaken, but
Of subterranean truths. It is not a
really God of
utopia.
chaos.
It
It's
is
one of
a
those-
return.
wasn't
A
it Peter
return
Carroll
to the
that
ocean
did
beneath
that?
being, a return to the womb
Yeah,
of
I mean,
consciousness,
Cheech or Chong. Which one was
a
it?
return to the primordial abyss.
No, it was Tommy Chong, man. It wasn't Cheech. Marin. I know both their names. Yeah, I'm cool like that.
In
Didn't have
conclusion,
to
my
look it up.
friends, the term ride the tiger means one should face the chaos or be devoured by it.
No, that's not what it means.
But in the age of Aquarius, the tiger
It
has
means
drowned.
it means that man can
Now we
subdue
ride the
something more
Leviathan,
powerful than
not
himself and
into
turn
an
it
age
into
of
an ally.
enlightenment, but instead
That's what we
one
basically
of
did with
depth,
wolves.
of wholeness.
Tigers is a
Aquarius
little bit
brought the
hard.
flood.
Just ask Roy Horn.
Leviathan is
He'll
the
tell you, or
current,
his neck will tell you. I
and
don't
we
know.
are the riders.
Are we? I don't know.
Until next time.
Yeah, peace and blessings, and especially blessings to Lisa. So there's that. Please like and unsubscribe. Yeah, I will definitely unsubscribe. Well, I can't if I unsubscribe, I'm not gonna see your fucking videos. So I'll stay subscribed to you, okay? No, you don't have to pay me the money every month. I know you keep sending me these checks, but they keep bouncing, and they're like checks for $1.99, and it says courtesy of, paid to the order of me, and then it's like, the signatories, Thomas, Leroy, and I'm just like, why are you doing that? Why are you sending me checks? Don't do it. I do this shit for free. You don't have to pay me like any amount of money because I basically make fun of you all the time, and that's what's fun about this business. I'm kind of a little bit, I know we're going to bring this shit to a close, don't worry about it. But I'm a little bit disappointed that you've never made a roast video on me because, Lord Jesus, I mean, you must at least be a fan of professional wrestling a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but when somebody's cutting a promo on you, it doesn't mean they don't like you. It means they're cutting a goddamn promo on your bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't take anything I say with, like, hatred or animosity. Not at all, bro. I would never do that to somebody that I look sideways to. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Maybe even look. I ain't gonna say look down because that's rude if I said that. But you know what I'm saying. But the point being is, I have a lot of respect for you. And so when I do what I do, and you know what the fuck I do. You've seen you've known me for like, how many years Tom known me? Like, it's over 15 at least. Because we were like originally like arch enemies and shit. And like there was a group I ran with and a group that he ran with, and like there was a little bit of a dust up. And it was interesting at times, you know what I'm saying? But I never come but with the strongest. So because I respect you so much, I'm always going to give you the maximum force. I'm always going to push back. Well, at least okay, let's be honest. It's a time and a place, and it's like, what here is exactly 9 o'clock a.m. my time, which means over there it's fucking like 3 o'clock. No, 6 o'clock. Yeah, on the Pacific Coast time. And like for this time and this date, pre-tax day, this is the wisdom you get from me. A little bit, just enough to share. So yeah, man. Like I said, peace and blessings. Especially to Lisa. I hope Lisa's doing okay. I know you talked about your sisters and stuff, and you went a little bit into it, but then you backed right the fuck out of it. Because I wouldn't even brought that shit up. That type shit I don't even put out there. And I put a lot of my personal shit out there, but I don't put that type of shit out there. Because, well, I mean, I'm weird like that, and that I really do not like things like hospitals or funerals or anything that's like of the dead. And you might call that superstitious or whatever the fuck. But I tend to stay away from those things, and to a point where, like when I do it sometimes, people get offended. They're like, well, why didn't you show up to so-and-so's funeral? I'm like, he died? But the thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I roll. And it's kind of weird in a sense, but at the same time, that's just how I roll. It's always peace and blessings. I'm always trying to push life and souls into people. I'm not trying to fucking take that shit away. That's dark magic, black magic, some people say. And you can utilize that, but you should only utilize it if you absolutely have to, and if that motherfucker is worth it. You have to ask yourself sometimes, this is just a sorry son of a bitch. Oh, he bumped me at the airport. I'm like, well, okay, let that nigga go, man. He go get run over by a train in 2 seconds. Whatever the fuck. You should only focus your energies on those things. And not those, I mean the things that you really, really desire. But the thing I really wanted you to get into was AI and when it's going to actually emerge itself as a potent AI, or what they would basically say a strong AI, which is when it's conscious. I think it already is. I think it's already here. I was hoping you would get into that because this video seemed primed for that, but you was talking about, did Leviathan eat the whale that swallowed Jonah? So he was a burp of a burp. Oh yeah, a burp of a burp. And then on the third exhale, he's like, what do you call it? You know, the third day. Oh fuck. I'm losing track. I'm not losing interest. Obviously, I'm having fun. I just hope everything's good with you, Tom. Seriously.